Ah, shit. Game does play games.
I really should interrupt your intros.
They're already messed up enough. That, like, people would be like, what joke was he interrupting? And now there's just no punchline. That was the punchline, by the way.
That looks like a painting of a UFO. On the right, like evergreen trees, UFO.
I assume it's like
all
a
it needs
tower.
is like a I want to believe.
Perfect.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back playing Battle Chef Brigade. Last we left off, we found out that the blight was man-made, probably. That Ziggy is definitely a lich.
From
the
some
future,
sort, because he clearly possesses body after death.
I mean, a lich is technically an undead magic user. It doesn't have to be a necromancer, but I mean,
always
realistic
necromancer, because I thought, they always use their necromancy to obtain that.
I mean, that's the idea, right? Yeah. But it could technically be an undead body imbued with magic. As long as it can cast magic. You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Definition of a lich.
Yeah.
Just breathe.
I mean, like,
good morning, cadet.
We're basing this off of like D&D liches, you know.
An incident?
Lich.
How can I help?
A citizen not kick.
A shadowy figure sneaking into the
Thanks, space phone.
Did you see anything suspicious at your post last night?
Play it cool, Mina. No, Thresh came to see me for a few minutes, but we weren't near the lab.
I see. I've already spoken with him as well. That just leaves one other item.
Oh no. What if she asks about Ziggy?
What if she does ask about Ziggy?
Congratulations on your reinstatement.
Yeah, even though you kicked me off in the first place.
Piece of shit.
Thank you, instructor. I'm really happy to be
You know, it's interesting too, because they don't even really seem to acknowledge why she got kicked off in the first place. Like, they don't even remember.
Well, the one guy, Weltz, or whatever his name was, the annoying blonde-haired guy, the guy we skipped in line, he's like, you got kicked out for fighting with that loser over there. That's as far as it went. That's.
I guess it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Explosion was an unfortunate circumstance. I was pleased to
So a
see your
lich
name
is a type of undead creature, often such a creature the result of a transformation as a powerful magician skilled in necromancy or king striving for eternal life, uses spells or rituals to bind his intellect and soul to his phylactery and thereby achieve a form of immortality. So, yeah.
So it doesn't have to be your own body. But
it doesn't have to be your own body.
Assuming that it probably is, or somebody's body. You know.
Nor do you have to be the magician. I mean, in that example, it was a king that was imbued through ritual.
You know, he could just purely be a ghost, or he could be the ghost of a necromancer that just was like wander around, was like, look at this dead body, let's see what's going on with that. Whoa, man, this guy had a terrible life. I'm gonna avenge him. I mean, and maybe he knows Jelly because they're actually friends.
It could be.
Because they're both ghosts.
I mean, if you consider, most people have this innate ability to use the elements, right? Like, you have the ability to use wind, we get the other guy that uses fire. There's no one else that can innately use necromancy. So yeah, maybe the prerequisite is that you have to be dead.
You have to be dead. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess you got a point there. Magic does seem pretty innate for the most part. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, there's no talk of, like, training and honing your magic.
Yeah, and like, nobody really seems to look at it as, like, you're a powerful magic user or not.
Yeah, it's always, like, kind of
like you're
integrated into
not.
Other things. Yeah.
It's more like what do you like use your abilities toward? Are you a good hunter? Are you a good chef? Like, nobody be like, oh yeah, she's a good hunter because she can shoot knives out of her eyes. Like, they just she can, and I mean, I just made that up, but it'd be hilarious.
Is that a threat?
And I promise to do my best.
I don't doubt it.
Are you telling me to not save more people's lives?
Good day to you, Mina.
That was so close. Ziggy, this better not be some kind of joke.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the point of that dialogue, is her to be like, yo, don't fuck up again because you won't get another opportunity to reinstate in this competition. Meanwhile, we're already trying to sabotage something, at least do something that's clearly against the rules, which would get us expelled from this competition yet again.
Again.
So that's kind of fun. It's like a dialogue that's supposed to be stress-inducing. Well, looky here. You climbed your way back just when I thought I'd found some peace and quiet once and for all.
A bit of a long story.
And I don't care to hear it. But since you got a second chance, you better work twice as hard, you hear?
Don't worry, I'm not gonna waste this opportunity.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes.
Whoa, what is this?
Another really cool character.
Wow, that's such an awesome machine you have. I've never seen anything like it. A walking oven. Ooh, is it actually a walking oven?
Yes.
Bellicor would love this.
Thank you, ma'am. His name is T-Bot.
Nice to meet you, D-Bot.
I am Quetzal Luminaire. It's funny because she was like, his name is T-Bot. I am Quetzal. I've been inside of the Brigade town since registration day. I found a place uptown, but the competition's getting a bit stale there.
It's crazy how big this place is, especially compared to my village. I'm Minahan.
Han, aren't you the girl that threw a butcher knife at someone's head because you got angry? Oh, that was him. Shit. Oh wait, no, she is Quetzal. Whoops.
Oh.
Man.
To be fair, the way the dialogue was structured, it kind of made it
Yeah,
seem
because
like
she
it
was like, oh, hi T-Bot, nice to meet you. And then it responded with a name.
I am Quetzal.
I am Quetzal.
What? That's not what happened at all.
Is your stomach really iron? I've never heard of a person with metal parts. T-Bot is all metal.
Also,
Mithril.
to be fair, that dialogue pointer is clearly not pointing at her.
Yeah. Question of the day. Come on. Is that a question? I don't know. Would you like to have tea with me?
Maybe another time.
Yes.
Kind of have shit to do.
So that's, see, just like how Ziggy uses an entire, like, group of chef ghosts, she gets to use that.
I mean, that's pretty sweet, though.
We don't get anything like that. So you asked the question, like, does royalty have, like, an upper hand? And so we don't know if she's royalty or not. She doesn't really seem to be the case.
She clearly has some kind of, like, extra resources that maybe not everyone else can afford.
Tea, for instance. Just drinking out in the street.
Yeah.
Just did not care.
Of course, maybe her element is electricity or something, and she just, like...
Maybe that's the only way she can manifest her powers.
Yeah,
She's
whereas,
some
like,
T-Bot.
you have wind, so you can create torrents and, you know, glide knives across the wind in order to kill things, so...
We can also teleport.
Yeah,
Technically speaking,
pretty
we can
powerful.
teleport. Seems to be a thing.
But I'm thinking we might want to check out horn shavings.
Check out the horn shavings.
What are you two up to today?
Checking out horn shavings. No. NBD.
You know the deal.
I finished my match for today, so I thought I'd help out here. We're working on an antiviral medicine for the mutated monsters.
Can I help in any way?
Absolutely. I am drowning in work. I still need to move forward with my ambrosia formula. The brigade is checking in on its progress in a few days.
Got it. I can help put more dishes together.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Combo pan. Go and teach me how to use a combo pan.
Extra low quality taste gems into those slots to upgrade them. Speed's not a problem for me.
She.
Not sure I follow what's... Oh, they're just teaching us how to utilize the combo system.
Ja.
I see. Easy peasy. I do kind of like this combo system as like a... It matters
Chelsea.
where you move the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like that it doesn't just auto-upgrade.
Super random and like where, well, yeah, where like it It puts it so it gives you just enough time to like move pieces around.
Yeah, like the benefit is that you get to control where those upgrades go. The downside is you could waste it, and you did waste some the last time you used the that like jeweled pan. In a way, this almost seems like a little too late because we've already been using the combo system with pans in other challenges.
Like 2 matches we've already had.
Yeah, which like maybe
But you notice they all go on at different times.
Oh,
Like they weren't all 3 hitting at once.
How
Some
did
of
this
them.
horn shaving feel?
interesting.
Quite unpleasant.
This is powdered horn. I think the texture caused a reaction.
Anchovies! Right again, Violin. Mina, we'll both be learning.
I thought it was like
on
anchovies.
no time at
That's
all.
what we need. So clearly, anchovies. There's like regular food.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Also, all of his cats are named after cheeses, but nobody actually uses cheeses in any of their dish.
I mean that's kind of the shtick, right? Like
Unless
they
it was monster
specifically
cheese?
say that
Ugh.
they've learned to cook with monster ingredients.
Never
So,
seen anyone work harder.
I guess that goes to say like what is the difference between a monster ingredient and a non-monster ingredient? Well,
We've gotten into this discussion
really?
twice now. Yeah.
Oh, well. I mean, the fact that you call out that anchovies are a thing, it's like, well, anchovies aren't. Those fish aren't monsters.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we only cook with monster parts, and I think that's the thing to bring out. Oh, I didn't actually go to the shop.
Yeah, well, I think it's 2 things, right? It's
Screwed.
the world itself, because it's overrun by monsters, but it's also the competition. Like, if you were cooking with normal ingredients, that has nothing to do with the competition anymore.
Yeah.
Now that kind of breaks the mold when you're at home, right? And you're pulling things out of the garden. Like those aren't monsters. Well, those didn't have to be monsters, but you just are using them.
All right, so new ingredients here, or new things to get, I guess. Let's see. Already seen that one. Ooh, a master expertise, vegetarian. Serve a dish only containing plant ingredients other than the theme ingredient. So what's interesting, I've never tried this one, but that kind of makes it interesting because every level has some sort of like, or some version of like a plant ingredient. So you can just do the main ingredient and then just do nothing but those plant ingredients because they're actually pretty easy to get because they're not fighting you back. So it would actually be faster to do this.
Yeah, I like this too. Both like in terms of it as a component of the design, because it's sort of like doing a pacifist run in most other games, right? Like,
Almost, yeah.
It's the same kind of premise, just in a cooking setting. But I like that it's specifically serve a dish that only contains plants. It's not don't kill an animal.
Right.
And I think that's a really important distinction because, I mean, the combat itself, it's pretty easy to accidentally kill a monster.
Yeah.
It's just the way the system works.
Not even meaning to.
But like, at the end of the day, all that really matters is the dish you're serving. It doesn't really matter what you do to get everything.
Also, that would include not eggs because that's not a plant ingredient. But eggs are vegetarian. Well, we'll just move past that. Purifying oven. Bokyo original. This prototype is rare, but may contain small traces of cat hair. Slowly converts bad taste gems.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. Hardy oven. Slowly repairs fragile. Wait, those are bad taste gems.
Bad taste gems are the poison ones, and then fragile gems are the ones that break.
But they call the poison ones.
Nobody knows anymore.
Yeah, I think this actually confused me too. Journeyman expertise. Serve a dish with one level 3 taste color of each, or gem of each color. Pretty easy to do, actually. These are going to get you 50 points. Serve a dish that receives a ×5 combo. Seems like really hard to do until like you actually start playing with the pan, and then you're like, oh, maybe that is actually pretty easy. You just have to plan it right. In order to pull that off, you basically have to put all of your ingredients into the pot all at once, and then flip it on.
This seems really tough to do.
Serve a dish containing 25 more ingredients.
I mean, like,
Dang.
impressive if you can manage that. I feel like you're already going to have a really beefy no pun intended, dish.
Boom, here we go. Poison ingredients ×2. Like if you could put it into your opponent's dish to mess with them.
And they call it poison too. So do you think that's just like an inconsistency in terminology, or do you think that maybe there are 3 different things? Like a bad taste gem, a fragile gem, and a poison gem?
We're gonna buy this. I just done.
Feel like you're gonna need it?
No, I don't feel like I'm gonna need it. I've gotten to the point where I don't really need any of this stuff, but like I've already gone through the game just using the regular pan, the cutting board, and the other oven, and then eventually a better oven, and it's like kind of like your generic, this is pretty good stuff.
And like that's all you really needed in order to beat it.
So we're gonna do some weird stuff because at this point, it'll be fun.
Cool. Well,
we're out of time. Okay,
Yes.
we'll stop here then.
Cool.
Damn, we just did a lot of talking this episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. This is a good conversation. I probably shouldn't miss out on this.
Okay.
There's. Anyway, yeah, y'all. Question of the day. Well, we haven't really got to play with it, but I guess we could ask about the vegetarian question because we talked a little bit about that. Or actually, maybe just in general, the tomes. Is that what they call them? The expertises, the books that allow you to have expertises. How do you feel like those embellish the gameplay?
And we haven't used them really, but
Actually, I use the most basic one.
oh well.
I've been using it. It just doesn't. We haven't had a lot of full-on competition since.
That's fair.
But yeah.
Cool. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.